wonder murmur where whispers weave the heart.
Hello, little hearts. A new whisper begins. In a village nestled at the edge of a great forest, a strange fear had taken root. For weeks, a deep, unsettling jingle-jangle clang would echo from the woods. A sound so strange it made the villagers' blood run cold. They were a peaceful people, but they were not brave. The villagers whispered of an evil spirit, a ghost that stalked the trees and rang a mournful bell for its victims. They grew so afraid that they wouldn't go into the forest for food or firewood. The village king, a kind but worried man, called for a meeting. "This is a terrible mystery," he said, wringing his hands. "Our villagers are terrified. Who is brave enough to go into the forest and find out the truth?" A hush fell over the crowd. But from the back, a young woman named Zara stepped forward. Zara was not strong or loud, but her eyes held a spark of intelligence and a heart full of courage. "Your Majesty," she said, her voice clear, "I do not believe it is an evil spirit. I will go into the forest and solve this mystery." The king was impressed by her bravery. "If you succeed, Zara, I will reward you greatly." Zara smiled. "I don't need gold, Your Majesty. I just need a chance to prove that courage and wisdom are stronger than fear." With a nod from the king, Zara went home to prepare. She gathered a bag of her favorite treats: plump purple grapes, sweet berries, and a handful of delicious peanuts. She knew a ghost wouldn't eat, but an animal might. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in fiery colors, Zara walked to the edge of the dark forest. The air was cool, and the trees loomed like great silent giants. From deep within the woods, the sound rang out again. Jingle, jangle, clang. It was closer this time, and it was loud enough to make her heart pound. But Zara held her courage close. She took a deep breath and walked into the dark woods. She walked for a long time, the strange bell sound growing louder and louder. It led her to a small clearing filled with a group of chattering monkeys. They were playing with a large, beautiful bell, laughing and tossing it back and forth. The bell was the source of all the villagers' fear. The monkeys, mischievous and curious, had found the bell when a clumsy robber had dropped it while running from a hungry tiger. Zara's heart pounded with excitement, not fear. "So, the great evil spirit is just a bunch of playful monkeys," she thought. But how could she get the bell back? The monkeys were too fast to catch and too many to fight. Zara, with her clever mind, knew she had to outsmart them. She placed the bag of delicious treats on a flat rock in the middle of the clearing. Then she hid behind a large tree and waited. The monkeys, so busy playing with the bell, didn't notice the treats at first. But a little monkey, with a curious twitch of his nose, caught a whiff of the sweet berries. He nudged the monkey next to him, who nudged the one next to him, until they all saw the wonderful feast waiting for them. The monkeys chattered and screeched with joy. "Food! A feast!" they cried. In their excitement, they dropped the bell. Clang! It hit the ground with a final triumphant thud. They rushed to the rock, pushing and shoving to get to the treats. Zara, seeing her chance, moved like a shadow from behind the tree. She grabbed the bell and ran back to the village as fast as she could. The monkeys, too busy with their feast, didn't even notice. The king and the villagers were waiting anxiously for her. When they saw Zara emerge from the forest, Tired, but holding the heavy bell, they cheered. "You've returned! You brought back the bell!" the king cried. "But what was the evil spirit?" Sarah smiled. "It was not a ghost, your majesty. It was just a group of mischievous monkeys who had found a new toy. They were too busy playing to notice the food I had left for them. Fear often makes us imagine terrible things when the truth is much simpler." The villagers' faces turned red with embarrassment. They had been so afraid of a few playful monkeys. They thanked Sarah for her courage and wisdom. The king, true to his word, rewarded her. But Sarah was right. She didn't need gold. The greatest reward was the peace she had brought back to her village and the knowledge that she had the courage to face her fears. From that day on, the villagers never feared the forest again. They knew that courage and wisdom were the strongest forces, and that even the smallest person could be the greatest hero.
Wonder murmur, the story departs, yet the whisper imparts.